Yo, what's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine. So, just went to see a movie today. Saw BumbleBee, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a review on it. I know it's been out for a couple of days, but I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. And this movie pretty much was what I thought it was gonna be, and I'm gonna get into all the meat of it in as I go on with my review. But okay, BumbleBee. This is like a spin-off prequel of the popular series Transformers, and it's got your little visual there. So, okay, this is set in the '80s. This was popular right now. That's all they're doing is cashing in on popularity. Stranger Things, real big, and it's nostalgia. I think it's gonna run its course though, because a lot of people that's into this don't even remember the '80s like that. So, so it's like you can only go so far, especially with people that don't even that actually don't remember. They just think it's cool. So, anyway, like I said, this is a prequel. And it's set in the same universe as the other Transformers. Now, I was hoping that they just kind of threw away that whole universe and start over. That's what they should have done. But they trying to connect it to the original Transformers. So, I mean, they trying to connect it to the the movie, not the original. They're trying to connect it to the movie series. So, okay, the movie kind of kick off. They on Cybertron. Now, this is what I seen on the commercial. It looks cool. Now, I'm gonna tell you right this, and I don't want to spoil nothing, but that's probably like 5 minutes, if that. that the Cybertron stuff you just get a little bit of it, And the CGI, it looks cool. It looks kind of fake, but guess what? It's cool because it's a whole robot world. So I'm okay with the CGI looking, not so rendered or whatever, because you're on Cybertron. Now, when you're on Earth and dealing with real people, interacting with real people, and it looks like that, I got a problem with it. But since it was all Cybertron, all the Autobots and Decepticons were all CGI and all that, it looked fun. It looked like they could have a lot of fun with that. And I really like to see a movie where it all take place on Cybertron like that. But of course, they're not going to go there. So, as you can kind of put together from the trailer, Bumblebee, they're going to be fighting the Decepticons on Cybertron, and Bumblebee is going to shoot off to Earth, and that's where he finds the little girl, and he loses his memory. Now, this is very much like people think. This is the Iron Giant. This is the exact story of the Iron Giant, all the way up to the same kind of military guy that's trying to hunt him or whatever. The girl finds Bumblebee, and he doesn't remember his mission because he was damaged on his journey to Earth or whatever. And now they are playing the story of the kid bringing the pet home that's too big, and you don't want to tell your parents because they're gonna ground you. That story. They need to let that go. That whole story was just so cliched, and that brought the movie down. I mean, it was okay. It was some okay moments, and it made some kids laugh. But okay, so this is the deal. The girl, the main character, what's her name? I can't remember her name. But the main character, her name was Charlie in the movie. I can't remember her real name. But the main character, she's got this chip on her shoulder because she lost her dad, and it's I don't know. They kind of doing that whole troubled teenager thing. And then she finds Bumblebee. This is her missing part in her life, I guess. So the whole time they got Bumblebee like this stupid. No, I call him stupid because they got him doing things like they got him like a baby almost. Now they got him frightened. He's frightened, hiding, and then when she say do something, he do some stupid shit that's funny. Okay, that's cool, but that whole dynamic is just tired, man. It's like what's more interesting is the Autobots' war with the Decepticons. That's a lot more interesting than the little girl family drama. You know, they always put the family drama ahead of the actual movie plot, which is not the family drama. But the movie is very straightforward. It plays off. It plays just like the trailers show it out to be. It's Bumblebee get there. He's with the girl, and the Decepticons are hunting him, and they finds him, and now he's got to protect the girl and protect Earth from the Decepticons. They did tie some things together from the old movies, though, which I give them respect for that. Where they were saying that, hey, we knew the Decepticons. Well, on the movie, on the chronologically later, but I think the original movie, I think the first movie, they were saying, yeah, we knew that Decepticons was a real thing, and we used their technology to make our technology better. That's how we got the internet and stuff like that. So they kind of show how that came about, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that part of it. And those are parts I really enjoyed. The parts where the Decepticons were hunting the Autobots, and they conflict is it's way more interesting than what the girl had going on. The girl didn't really have nothing going on. Actually, she was just she wasn't really a troubled teenager. She was just I'm sad because I lost my parent teenager, but nothing was it wasn't nothing going on with her, nothing big. And like I said, like the Iron Giant, the government come to take the robot back or whatever, and this is where somewhat of the conflict is. Oh, let's run away, kind of thing, So like I said, it played just like that, and the best parts were the Decepticons' interaction with the Autobots, and what I give it props. The CGI looked a lot better because everything you can actually see what's going on. On the other movies, they got to the point where they would just seem like they were just rolling around in a junkyard. It's just like what am I looking at? Just like pieces flying everywhere. So it looked more polished and more lightened, so I can actually see them fighting. And the fights were pretty good. I like the Decepticons, and you know what? And they had two Decepticons. I don't remember them saying their names. Swear, I was like, did they say their names? They typical bad guys though, but they actually had some funny moments. I like those moments, and then I liked now that wasn't Starscream, but they had this other jet that looks like Starscream, and that was actually a good scene. But all the stuff they showed in the trailer that made me say, "Ooh, wow, I want to see that." That was very limited, very limited. It was more drama. Now I'm gonna tell you what though, the little girl, what's her name? Hailee Steinfeld, I think her name is. She actually did a good job at acting. Now the writing wasn't all that great, but her acting was good. Like I felt her emotions, and she didn't make me, cringe like, oh man, this girl sucks. She actually did a good job at doing with the material she had, which was not, nothing. It wasn't Shakespeare, but it was good. She was like a troubled teen, and then she had emotional moments, and she played those well. So I really like the actress in the movie. And then they got which is a cliche character, but her friend, the nerd friend, and this guy clearly is not the nerd friend. I don't know why they try to nerd this guy up. He's like I don't remember his name, but he's definitely not the little nerd guy that they played him out to be. But a lot of typical stuff. A lot of the little jokes were the same old jokes. She had a little brother that did a lot of little stupid little brother stuff that wasn't too fun. It wasn't funny to me, but I can see the stuff they was going for. The annoying little brother, but he also cool though. It was a lot of stuff like that. So I mean, it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't too much to it. It was very straightforward. They kind of explain why Bumblebee used his radio to talk. So like somebody really needed the origin of that. So they kind of gave an origin for that. But I said the most interesting things are when they kind of gave an origin for things that was in the other movies, where like where did this actually come from or whatever, which is not no big deal. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. John Cena did a great job too. John Cena, and after seeing this, I'm a little upset that they didn't pick him to play as Shazam, because he looked just like Shazam. If you're looking for a superhero, this is your guy. My only problem was maybe, I think he couldn't act or whatever, but now I'm looking at this, he can act. He's getting better and better in every movie at doing acting, and I'm like impressed, and I'm looking like, why did they go with this guy in this muscle suit instead of just going with John Cena after seeing this? But, that's a whole nother subject for another day. But on the whole, the movie was, it was an okay watch. It works better for you. It'll probably work better for you if you haven't seen Transformers, because all the stuff they was doing in there you've seen before. The Transformers rolling around doing acrobatic things and hitting each other. It's like, we've seen all that, and all the Transformers transforming, and we seen all that. The cliche stuff like all the construction. I mean, all this destruction going on, and the human is running through it. And the stuff is barely missing them. They do that all the time in these movies. Stuff like that was not necessary. But, the movie had a little heart to it. Like I said, the girl did such a good job at acting that, she kept it legit, where I didn't roll my eyes because of her good acting, but the storyline was nothing. And I'm glad they tried to keep it simple. Actually, that was actually a good thing. That they kept it simple. They didn't try to go to a place where it was just get complicated. It didn't get complicated. It got to a point where they didn't need to have the girl in the story, where the conflict in the Autobots and Decepticons, where they end up meeting up and have to resolve their conflict. You didn't need the girl in the story, but they kind of shoehorned her in there, which I didn't really care for. But it's okay, you got to keep, you want to keep it going with the same person you started with, so that's fine. But other than that, the movie was just okay. So I'm not gonna give it a whack like I give the other Transformers. The other Transformers I gave it hot garbage because it was just the storyline just gone. But at this point, this movie I give it an all right, because it actually was an all right watch. They didn't go too far. They kept it simple. The CGI was real good. Everything looked clean. It looked smooth. I didn't have to see what I could always tell what was going on. The other ones I couldn't tell what was going on, because when the Autobots and the Decepticons was fighting, it just looked like a pile of junk just flying around. I'm like, what is going on? So it looked smooth, it looked clean, and the plot was simple and straightforward, and so it played like a good. They didn't try to put too much in the plot, as in, well, where does the Allspark come from, and what about the Matrix? And no, they didn't do all that shit. It was just the girl found Bumblebee. The Decepticons try to kill him. He fought him, and all right, thanks for letting me stay here. I'm out. Peace. That's all it was, and it was pretty good because they kept it simple. So for that, I give this movie all right. All right, that's my review for Bumblebee. I'm gonna wrap this up. Appreciate you checking out the channel, and give me some thumbs up and subscribe. I'm trying to get those subscriptions up. And I'm out. Peace.